But I was gonna try and do a video on Wednesday, but I had a mountain of paperwork to do, and I finished that. Now I have to organize the receipts and do budgets and stuff. So yeah, my daughter's coming in 2 weeks, so I don't think I'm gonna have a chance to relax. Next week at Monday is Memorial Day. We'll probably go out. Tuesday I have appointments. Let's see. I think I'll just have 2 days, Wednesday and Thursday to clean next week, and then I'll do my video because my daughter comes the following week. So I only have a couple of days to get the house. The house is pretty clean because we did a pretty good cleaning, but just give it a nice little, maybe do extra cleaning, wash extra stuff and clean the fridge out, and just excited about my daughter coming and want stuff to be right for when she comes. So yeah. So I will see you next Friday. As always, there's no emergencies. I'm feeling better and better every day. One of my my top stitch or my top suture keeps busting open. My dog comes on my lap, dug his nail in it like 3 times, ripped open. I had a follow-up. I went to the doctor. I thought it was infected. He's like, no, it's not infected. It just keeps ripping open. He told me to put a Band-Aid on it, but when I do that, the air's not hitting it and it's not closing. So what I do is I was putting it on when I go out at night, and what happened was it scabbed over last night. I was so happy. I said, okay, I don't need to put a Band-Aid on it. I was letting it air out during the day. And when I woke up, I guess I move around so much, it ripped open again. That's the only thing with as far as I'm experiencing, is that it keeps reopening, and it hurts and it stings, and the doctor swore nothing wrong with it. Put what's that antibiotic cream, Neosporin, but they told me to do the same thing with Stephanie, and it was all infected. So some people say put Neosporin, some people say put a Band-Aid, some people say leave it alone, let it air out. And so I felt that airing it out worked. It dried up and it was starting to scab, and I was like really happy. I go to bed last night, it scabbed over. I said, I'm not gonna put a Band-Aid. I finally got a scab. So yeah, so that's the only thing. I'm putting a lot of alcohol on it though. Keep putting alcohol on it because it's open, and I find I found a couple of little black dots in it. I don't know if it came from my dress or my dog's toe or his nail or what. So I keep putting alcohol on it, and I keep trying to keep the dog away from it, which is hard because he wants to be on my lap all the time, my little baby. So that's the only thing that is not. It keeps ripping open. It starts to heal and it rips open. That's the biggest one. The one where they pull the bag out with your gallbladder in it. Follow up. I had 20 stones. 20 stones in me. I cannot believe it. That's probably why I was so uncomfortable and it was so much pain. I had 20 stones, and they range from 3 centimeters to 6 centimeters, which is I think 1.5 inches to 2.5 inches. And they block your duct, they move around, and I'm so glad that's over and done with. I still have to be careful with my liver. He gave me the green light. I thought they said a month, but he gave me the green light to eat whatever I wanted. I said, well, I'm not going to eat whatever I want. I don't want to kill my liver, but I'm glad I don't have to be on fat-free anymore. He said, fat-free? You could have been low-fat all this time. It's okay. I lost 10 pounds. But as soon as he gave me the green light, I went back to eating my low-fat. But I did go a little crazy to celebrate. And my daughter made a homemade Suzy Q's, since the Suzy Q's from Hostess, those were my favorite. I stopped eating cake for a long time as a regular, let me buy this box of cake and bring it home. No, I didn't do that for a long time. But had I known they were discontinuing Hostess, I would have grabbed a box or 2 of my Suzy Q's. I used to love that growing up. They just brought them back out. Only Walmart has them, and they are not Suzy Q's. No, honey. They're not Suzy Q's, because Suzy Q's are devil's food cake. They're just chocolate cake. It's a glorified devil dog. It's not a Suzy Q. It's a glorified devil dog. So I was really upset. Most people are upset they didn't put enough cream. No, man, it's that light, fluffy devil's food cake that made it what it was, Suzy Q. chocolate cake you can get from any, cake company. So my daughter made her own homemade Suzy Q, so I did get 2 slices of that with. So she just put whipped cream in the middle, which was pretty good. Um, so yeah, so I don't know if I gained the 10 pounds back from that, but oh, and I did have a piece of Hostess cherry pie just to try it. So I don't know if those 3 things made me gain back the weight, but I was really happy to find out I had lost 10 pounds and I'm, back with the low fat. So yeah, these 2 weeks have been really hard because it's hard to get fat free. My son, he gets pantry food at the school, and that has actually been the godsend. Because they had a bunch of canned fruit that were no sugar, and a lot of I got on canned white chicken, canned tuna, that of course had no fat in it. So I was like, that's what I was surviving on top of eating my wheat bread, my oatmeal bread. I don't really like wheat, but my wheat crackers when I wanted something crunchy. And I was eating like green beans and stuff like that, corn. I was eating a lot of corn, but corn is starchy. It's not really like, it's a starchy vegetable, so it's like kind of like eating bread. So that really, really like kind of like saved us this month, because when I was in the hospital, I wasn't cooking. That's what they were living on that week, and then that's what I was pretty much living on the 2 weeks after my surgery, because I couldn't eat anything, and so that's been pretty much a godsend. I just, I'm trying to stay away from whites, so that I don't, because that's, that really helps a lot when you stay away from the white bread, the white rice, the white flour stuff, all the whites that have, because they take out all the nutrients out of, because your wheat is white. Your wheat is a brown color, and they remove all the brown from it, and then what you're left with is white, and it tastes better. It's easier to cook, it goes down better, but it's not really that as good for you. Oh yeah, white pasta, stuff like that. I usually use vegetable pasta, or wheat pasta. Again, I'm not crazy about wheat. Wheat is an allergen. Wheat can swell you up. I'm not really allergic to wheat, but I like my oatmeal bread, which is, I think, a mixture of wheat and oatmeal, and my wheat crackers, because they don't make oatmeal crackers, so stuff like that. But I was so happy that I could go back to low fat, so I got my pita chips again, and and I bought myself Mrs. Dash. I hate pepper, but just to give my food a little bit more flavoring. I do use a lot of garlic and onion to give my food flavoring. The powdered, not powdered, the little flakes. I don't like the powdered ones, but the flakes give food flavoring. I'm trying some Mrs. Dash. Probably won't buy it again. To stay, just to give your food a little flavoring. And so yeah, I'm trying to. And I finally went back to drinking. Well, what I love is that. Starbucks, the glass, the bottled kind you find in the stores, they made white chocolate coffee. So excited. And coconut, I love my coconut flavored, so I've been drinking that, but I'm still afraid to like drink straight up like coffee anymore. And I know that my sister-in-law, my brother's fiance, she said coffee upsets her and the cream upsets her, so I decided to do the powdered thing, and I know it's not the same, but it's been helping me at least, because I'm kind of afraid to have coffee. So basically, I went to the powdered coffee, decaf, and the powdered creamer, non-dairy creamer, and I put a little bit of my coconut milk in it, and it's drinkable. But I am I'm like afraid to go back to Dunkin' Donuts and get the pistachio coffee. I'm afraid to go to Starbucks and get real coffee. I'm afraid to drink real coffee now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just feeling better every day, just still overwhelmed. I still haven't really relaxed. And I'm just dying for this dang thing to heal. My other ones healed beautifully. The one on the bottom, I thought they were infected, but the doctor said they weren't. That one's like scabbed, but it still hasn't completely healed like the other two. And then that big one that they did to pull the bag out of, The bag with that one's just giving me a hard time. But the doctor said it's not infected, and I go back in 4 weeks. I met my deductible because I finally got my emergency room bill from October, and I know that's from last year. $8,000. $8,000 just for being in the emergency room for 3 hours, 2-3 hours. I got my bill from my heart when I thought I was having a heart attack, and it was just stress, high blood pressure, because my heart is fine, thank God. $25,000. And that's, I think it's just a hospital bill. I still haven't really gotten the doctor bills yet. Those were a couple of hundred each. I think I got one doctor bill or two, a couple of hundred each, and I still hadn't met my deductible. And so I still haven't got my bill, but my insurance company sends me like a overview. $75,000 for the 5 days I was in the hospital, and that does not include the doctors. So I had 3 doctors. I had an attending that came to see me every day. I had the surgeon who did the surgery and saw me every day as well. And I had the cardiologist who had to go over my records and approve me. I saw him once. And so I expect the total to probably be about $100,000. I could be wrong. But I met my deductibles. I didn't know that there was an out-of-pocket deductible. I knew that there was a deductible of $4,000, but it's per person, it's split in half. So I met my $2,000 deductible. My husband hasn't. I thought, okay, deductible met. No, there's also another deductible that they call an out-of-pocket deductible. Don't ask me what is the difference. That one is $6,000. I was like, they don't freaking miss a trick. I met it all. I didn't even have to pay a copay when I saw the doctor. So, I know there's a couple other things that I need to see a couple more doctors, and that thing you should do after you're 50, the colonoscopy. I don't want to do it, but I'm thinking I might as well. I've been holding off for over a year. And since I've met all my deductibles, why not? And I was also still thinking about seeing a doctor about my pannus, if it is true that they will pay to remove it. I was thinking about asking them about that. Since I met all my deductibles, I'm thinking about doing it. After the surgery, I was like, I must be insane to even think about it. But now that I'm feeling a lot better, I'm thinking about, we'll see. Now that I have the summer off, I just want to finish the budget and putting away all the receipts. And then I have, right there on the desk is different doctors that I need to call. So I want to do a colonoscopy, but you're supposed to have when you turn 50, and I'm 51. So I figure if I met all my deductibles and I don't have to pay anything, why not? I might as well just do it. So anyway, that's how I'm doing. Love you all. So go to your beauty supply store. If you have a lot of makeup like me that's been collecting for over a decade, use what you have on hand. Make your own highlighter if you want to. Some women, will do that every day. I don't know. Maybe I would have at one time, but now I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that every day. Or I think I would do it again. Maybe clubbing, maybe parties, Halloween, costume parties, cosplaying, just for fun. I had a really good time doing it. I was so proud of myself and excited to show you, and excited for these $2 mats. Again, if you're looking for nudes, I would go with the Turkish Rose, Santa Fe, and Millbrook. Millbrook. Oh, I'm so in love with that color. And unless you're very fair-skinned, I probably wouldn't recommend the Oriental Pink. It didn't look right. The women of color didn't like it, and I didn't like it on me. And I'm like a medium. Since I've been down south, I've been more of a medium skin tone. Before I was a medium fair. Now I'm kind of in between. When I buy medium, it's too dark. When I buy beige, it's too light. And I've been having to mix colors now to get a right foundation. So I'm a medium skin tone, and it didn't look right on me, and the women of color didn't like it who tried it on. Um, when I was looking at the women who swatched it on YouTube. So I don't know. Unless you're fair skinned, I probably wouldn't go Oriental Pink. But yeah, I mean, they have such beautiful, beautiful colors. There's 18, and I only picked up 10, but they've got a vivid fuchsia, and they've got some other pinks, and they've got some browns. So, go check it out. It's called Nicka K's True Matte, and it's on a display. They usually keep it up front. It's not on the wall with the Nicka K, wall display. It's usually they keep it up front by the cashier, or up front where they could see, because women do try to, 5-finger discount, try to walk away with it. So, just look around and you'll find it's usually in the front somewhere where they can see you. So, all right, I love you all, and I will see you next week with another Wet n Wild. Mwah.